gentlemen, I just want to come out with a short video. It's really late at night. Before I go to bed, I wanted to get it out. It's really a plea. I tell you what I've been doing for a long time, many years, is I've been putting out videos on YouTube. I'm not really popular on YouTube, and I do street ministry, going house to house and getting prayer requests and spreading the word of Jesus. And I've been doing that for a long time, many years. But I didn't make this video. What I am doing, I'm just using an example that anybody that comes across this video, please, if you love the Lord, pick up your cross and share His name. We can't receive Christ and just keep Christ to ourselves and don't share the love of Christ with nobody but yourself. It's meant to share the love that the Lord has shown to you. You teach another person that the Lord will show you the same love. And each person has to pick up his cross and carry it. Every Christian has to pick up his cross and carry it. There'll be good days in the ministry, and there'll be tough days, good days, tough days, and very frustrating days. But I will tell you, it's the most rewarding thing in the world. When I was in the business world, making a lot of money, I wouldn't blink an eye to go back. I'll stay in the ministry and do what I'm doing. So whoever comes across this video, remember the time is short. The United States has to make a decision, and it's one of the strong decisions coming up November 8th at the midterm elections. If they vote in Christian politicians to save our country to be and make it a Christian country again, and if it fails, and I pray God it doesn't, God's going to remove His hand of protection off of the United States, and He's going to set it aside, and 2 Peter chapter 3 will come true, called the day of God. It's a day that God, it's called the day of God. It's not called the day of the devil. It's called the day of the God. It will be God's doing, and it will be the elements on the earth will melt with fervent heat, and it will be God's doing, and that's called the day of God. It should be a terrible day, and if you love the United States, you'd want it to be back to a Christian country, because the Lord would rather set it aside and extinguish it than it continue doing serving evil more than good, and giving evil more rights and protection than Christians, and killing babies, and the list goes on and on and on. I can stay there all night and say it, but November 8th, ladies and gentlemen, you have to go in there with a Christian mindset when you go into the voting booth, because that's going to tell a good sign if our country is going to be a Christian country or a pagan country. And then we have the 2024 elections, and so I'm praying that the Christians come out in droves. They put a lot of the majority of the elections are won by Christian politicians, and a Christian president gets in there. I personally think Trump deserves to be president. That's just my personal opinion. He did a tremendous amount of good for our country. He did a lot of good for Israel. He did a lot of good for the Christians. He did a lot of good for Christians. And I think the way they treat him, he deserves another shot to be president. That's my own opinion. Everybody has a right to their opinion, and I'm not ashamed to say it or anything. But anyway, pick up your cross and carry it. Spread the word of Jesus in your neighborhood, and let's turn this country around and save it. It's worth saving, people. It's worth saving. But if we just go about our business and don't worry about none of these signs that God's sending to the earth to warn us of this, then we're hopeless. We're hopeless, because the day God will hit. And when it hits, you'd wish you would have spent some time trying to get it back to a Christian country. But that's it. I wanted a short video. We're really, really, really late. I catch y'all on another day. Bye-bye.